Hello. So today we are going to work with adjectives. So what are adjectives? They are these words most people called describing words because they give information about qualities, right? Adjectives are normally seen as qualities of nouns, exclusively of nouns. They don't work with verbs, they don't work with adverbs, they don't work with any other part of speech, but just with adjectives. I'm sorry, with nouns. And with nouns in all its forms. As a simple noun, as just to say car, a nice car. As to have a noun phrase, it's a little longer, or a noun clause. So let's check some examples. One example of each of these, let's call it noun type. As a simple noun, we have the adjective old, right? So an old film. So if you see here, it's just describing film. It's just describing a simple noun. As a noun phrase, it's describing a couple more words included as a noun phrase, included in a noun phrase. An interesting experience for everyone. And as a noun clause, and what is a clause? It's a short sentence that has to work with another short sentence to have a complete meaning and a complete sentence, let's say. It's just like it's a sentence broken into half, split into half, and then you put them together, and then you have a whole sentence. Like this one. It's unbelievable that we haven't seen each other for so long. So unbelievable, it's actually giving you information on the quality of this whole clause, that we haven't seen each other for so long. Okay? So just remember, adjectives are used with nouns and only with nouns. In English, that's the way they work. And I want you to check the order. In English, adjectives come first. Old film, great movie, nice girl, handsome boy. In Spanish, it goes the other way around, right? So just remember, English, adjective first, noun second. Now, what do they look like? They are sometimes very related to nouns or to verbs. So the base, it's a noun, a verb, and then we include or change something, and then we have adjectives. Like in this case, beautiful comes from the noun beauty. Drinkable comes from the verb drink. Dangerous from the noun danger, and talkative from the verb talk. This is just one way in which they can look like, right? Also, you can form, or adjectives will have this suffix, which is an extra syllable we give, or we call suffix. We give to these specific words to form adjectives. Like these examples, right? You have the suffixes able, all, ate, and, full, and so on, right? So this is another way in which adjectives may look like, by adding a suffix. One form that you must be very careful, it's the participle forms. Why? Because they look just like verbs, but they are actually adjectives. And I want you to pay attention here to the colors, right? They have a specific purpose. Now, we have present, as verbs, we have present participle and past participle. Past participle, you already know them when you learn the verbs, like begin, began, begun, that's your past participle. Eaten, seen, past participles. What about present participles? We have this constant idea that the way we call this, it's gerund or ing. No, the name of this word, this form, it's present participle. Now check these examples. Check the purple is adjectives. This is such a boring movie. This has the same form of that verb with the ing at the end, or the present participle form, but it's actually describing a quality of the movie. It's not describing an action. That's something you must be very, very careful about. Check this one. Am I boring you with my story? Here, boring, it's being used as a verb, as present continuous. You have verb be, you have the present participle, and then you have present continuous or present progressive. So you have to be very careful. How do you know to distinguish the difference? Simple. Check what comes next, right? In this case, this is a quality. First, you have a verb. So you know that this is not going to be working as a verb, right? So this is working as an adjective because it has a noun next to it. Same case for past participles. I'm really bored. Why don't we go out for dinner? This bored is talking about a feeling you have, right? It's not the action. The action here is verb be, right? Verb to be. But check these examples. I haven't bored you, have I? This is talking about the action of making you feel bored. This is the feeling, this is the action of making you feel not interested in something, right? So very careful. They may look similar, but when they are describing a noun, a quality, it's an adjective. When they are used with an auxiliary verb like am or like have, it's a participle form of the verb, not an adjective.